She defied a grave and laughed at the warning, thinking it meant nothing. She did not know that what followed would shock the entire village and change her life forever. Didi's heart pounded as she ran. The forest was thick and dark. Branches scratched her skin. Roots tried to trip her feet. Behind her, something was chasing her. Something heavy. Something inhuman. "Help me," she whispered. She did not stop running. Suddenly, the ground disappeared. A huge pit opened before her. She slipped. She fell. Down. 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 The pit was full of filth. Dark, dirty waste. Thick and sticky. The smell was terrible. It rushed into her nose and mouth. It twisted her stomach. It burned her throat. She screamed. The filth covered her body, her hair, her face, her clothes. The smell was unbearable. She tried to breathe. She could not. She opened her mouth to scream again and sat up violently on her mat. Her heart was beating fast. Her body was soaked with sweat. And the smell, it was still there. Her hands clawed at her arms, her neck, her face. Her breath came in sharp gasps. The smell, it wrapped around her like wet burial cloth, thick and choking. She stumbled from her sleeping mat, knocking over her water gourd. The dream had ended. So why did the smell remain? She grabbed her clay pot with trembling hands and ran into the compound. The moon hung low and pale. She poured water over herself, scrubbing her skin until it burned. She poured again, and again. The entire pot emptied over her head, water streaming down her body in the moonlight. The smell clung to her still. Her chest tightened. Her fingers dug into her own arms, nails breaking skin. What is this? What is happening to me? And then, like lightning splitting the night sky, memory returned. The sacred tree, the grave, what she had done. To know what happened to Didi, you must first know who she was. From the time she could walk, Didi was stubborn like stone. Other children would lower their eyes when elders passed. Didi would look at the sky. Other young women would sit quietly to learn wisdom. Didi's fingers would tap against her knee. Other people followed tradition. Didi did whatever she wanted. "Didi, the sun is high," her mother Naoma would say. "Do not go to the river now. The water spirits rest at noon." "Water spirits?" Didi would laugh sharp and loud. "Mama, you see spirits everywhere. There is only water. Just water." And she would go anyway, her calabash on her head, humming her own song. When Elder Nwankwo spoke about respecting sacred places,
"Child, slow down. The path holds more than you see."
I can handle it, Elder.
She called him an old man with a bent mind like his bent back. When the elder Adeze wanted to teach her the old prayers, Didi waved her hand like she was brushing away flies. Naoma would go to her hut and cry into her wrapper. "This daughter of mine, she walks like the ground owes her something. One day her stubbornness will break like a pot that falls from too high." But Didi did not hear, or if she heard, she did not care. She was 20 years old, with skin like polished clay and bright eyes. Eyes of a woman who had never truly feared anything. The villagers would watch her pass and whisper, "That one. The spirits are patient, but they are watching." They did not know how soon. They did not know how terrible the lesson would be. The evening before, Didi and her friend Tata walked home from the stream, clay pots on their heads. Tata was everything Didi was not. Careful steps, soft words, watching for signs like the elders taught. "Didi, you walk too fast," Tata called. "I cannot keep up." But Didi never slowed, not for anyone. They walked for some time. Then Didi stopped suddenly. Her hand went to her stomach. Her face became tight. "I must stop," she said, looking around quickly. "I cannot wait." The path was empty. 50 paces to the left stood the old Iroko tree. Its trunk was wider than 3 men standing together. Its roots came up through the ground like fingers trying to climb out. Its branches spread across the sky. "There," Didi said, pointing. "Behind that tree." Tata's pot almost fell from her head. She caught it with both hands. Her eyes went wide. "No, Didi, no. Do you not see where you point? I see a tree, Tata. That is all. It is not just a tree. Tata's voice rose higher. She put down her pot and grabbed Didi's arm with shaking hands. Behind that tree is a grave, a sacred grave. My grandmother told me. A powerful woman rests there, a woman who spoke to ancestors, who could see the future. You must not go there. Please, Didi. Please. Didi pulled her arm away. That sharp laugh came. A grave? What will the dead woman do? Will she climb out and chase me with old bones? She lifted her chin. The dead are dead. They have no power. They are dust. They are nothing. Didi, listen just this once. But Didi was already walking to the tree, her back straight, her steps sure. She was the woman who never listened. Tata stood frozen on the path. Her heart beat so loud she could hear it in her ears. She watched her friend walk behind the big trunk. Tears fell from her eyes. Behind the tree was a small clearing. The grass grew different there, darker, thicker. Stones in a pattern marked the spot, covered with moss and old leaves. The grave. Didi saw it clearly. She looked right at it. She knew what it was. And then, with the same hate she showed every warning in her life, she relieved herself on it. When she finished, she fixed her wrapper and walked back to Tata. Her friend's face was wet with tears. Her lips moved like she was praying. You see, Didi said with that familiar smile. Nothing happened. The dead woman did not grab me. You worry like an old woman, Tata. When will you think for yourself? Tata said nothing. She could not speak. She just stared at her friend with eyes full of pity and fear. Then she turned and walked fast toward the village. Walking fast, like distance could protect her from what was coming. Behind them, with no wind blowing, the leaves of the tree began to move. They whispered to each other, soft at first, then louder. It sounded like voices speaking in the old language. But Didi heard nothing. She was thinking about supper. That night she lay on her mat and slept easy, like someone with nothing to feel bad about. She had ignored another warning. But this time the price would not be easy. When the sun rose fully, Didi had washed herself 5 times. She used all the water her mother brought. She rubbed her skin with herbs and ash and sand until thin lines of blood showed on her arms. Nothing worked. The smell stayed on her like a second skin. When she came out of her hut, Naoma was pounding yam. The pestle hit the mortar. Thump, thump, thump. Then it stopped. Naoma's face twisted. She dropped the pestle and moved back, her wrapper pressed to her nose. What is that smell? Didi, what did you do? Her younger brothers and sisters ran away like chickens when a hawk flies over. Neighbors came to the entrance, but when they smelled Didi, they jumped back, covering their faces with their hands. Curse! She brings evil. Didi stood in the middle of the compound. She turned slowly. Everyone she knew her whole life was backing away from her. Her mother, her siblings, the women who helped birth her, all moving back, all looking at her with fear and disgust. For the first time in her stubborn life, Didi knew what it felt like to be truly alone. The day moved slow. Didi sat in the corner of the compound, far from everyone. Her mother left food on the ground and walked away fast. When evening came and the sky turned red like old blood, hunger and need finally broke her pride. She found her mother sitting at the far edge of the compound, staring into nothing. Mama, Didi called. Her voice was small now. Mama, please. I know what I did. Naoma looked up. Tears ran down her old face. Yesterday, Didi said, her voice shaking. I walked from the stream with Tata. We passed the old Iroko tree. Tata warned me. She said do not go behind it. She said there is a grave there, a sacred grave. But I did not listen. Tears came now. I never listened, Mama. I went there. I used the grave like nothing. I mocked the dead. And now this. Naoma's hands flew to her head. She pulled at her head wrap. Her mouth opened but no sound came. Then, the sacred tree, the seer's grave. Didi, how many times How many times did we warn you? That night, Naoma wrapped thick cloth around her face. She took her daughter through the dark to where Okoye the Dibia lived. His compound sat away from others. Clay pots all around held herbs and bones, things that made noise when wind blew. The old man was very old. His skin looked like tree bark. His eyes were sharp, eyes that saw more than normal eyes saw. Even he moved back when Didi came close. "Stop there!"
Did you enjoy this story? Should we continue? Leave your answer in the comments. Remember to like this video and subscribe for more wonderful stories like this.